and after. So our mandate and my mandate and the experience we bring in as an eminent person who has participated in various elections within the continent. This is the second time I'm coming to Uganda.
Okay. Karibu sana.
The first time was during the 2016 election. So it's really important also to learn, get the country context, and see what is it that might have changed when we look at these 2 points, 2016 and now 2021.
Thank you so much. It is amazing to have the two of you in studios. And I will go back to you, Florence, to take us through exactly what WSR, Women's City Week, that started in 2011 in Liberia. For those of you who were old enough to remember, in 2011 there was an election and there was a runoff, a presidential runoff between President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and the current president, actually, George Weah. During the campaigns, there was every evidence, signs that there was going to be violence in the country. And remember, Liberia had experienced a civil war. So a lot of this break out. So they got together and put together what we now call the Women's Situation Room. It is a mechanism that brings together, it is led by women, but women work together very closely with youth, male and female youths. They work together with political parties. We call them our stakeholders in peace because these are major players in every election. We work very closely with the security forces. We work very closely with the Electoral Commission. One of the things that is unique about the Women's Situation Room is the fact that though we say it is women-led, we must also emphasize the fact that it is a bottom-up on your screens right now. We retake those we record those incidents. We have another room of intervention. So we have the Electoral Commission, so any question can resolve it as quickly as possible. We have the police also co-located with us within the Situation Room. So any security incident that is reported is referred to those that women can use to participate in peace in accordance with UN Security Council Resolution 1325. Well, thank you so much. I, for one, feel a little bit safe right now knowing that women are in charge of some of the situations that we have in our country, especially the forthcoming elections that people have thought could be violent given the few issues that have been going on with the arrest of Robert Chagulanyi, as we all know him, a presidential candidate who was arrested, and then there was chaos in town where 54 people lost lives. Now, Florence, we'll go back to you. This is the second time you're in Uganda. Karibu sana.
Asante.
Uganda.
Asante. Asante.
Now, I'll need you to help us. Can we call you election observers?
Eminent women election observers.
Yes.
The word eminent is very, very important.
Why is that important?
That's really important because, as Florence has explained, that I'm struggling with, you can read here very carefully that
peace in our hands.
So peace is in our hands, peace is in your hands, peace is in my hand, peace is in the hands of all political parties, peace is in the hands of youth, women, men, and anybody else who can vote. Because if there's violence and yet we have behind the scenes, we have signed a code of conduct and also confidentiality. We have, as we have explained, all the important institutions, including the EC, Electoral Commission, the legality issues, trained all the youth who will be on call, and we 24 hours. We've even brought the numbers to share with you that starting the date when we opened the Women's Situation Room on the 11th up to 17th, we are on 24 hours. I don't know whether at what time you'll ask us about the numbers, but we've written the numbers down that can continuously be read through this media, so that all participants are aware that there's somewhere that can be called.
Well, why do we have to wait for you to, why do I have to ask you to? Is responsible in keeping peace in our country during these elections that are coming up. Now, the numbers will be running on our screen, and even if you haven't had them right now, they'll be running and you'll be reading them. Be sure to copy those numbers and be part of the peacekeeping process. Now, back to the discussion. When did you come into Uganda exactly? From Kenya to Uganda, when did you arrive?
I arrived last Wednesday on the 6th.
Yes. Now, let's look at, because you said you were here in 2016.
Yes.
Let's look at the difference.
People are speaking up, the youth are speaking up, because the context then may not have had a youthful presidential candidate.
Yes.
I think that's a major difference in my view.
Okay.
So the youth are now involved, I think, in a different way. Here to learn, to get the context. This is our first day we received the report of what is going on, and very frankly, to the Women's Situation Room, we need to now take up exactly certain issues and send it to the right institution. For instance, if a case has been brought to us in terms of violence, we'll then look at it as a team. Then, because we have these desks, we are mediating. We are not solving the problems, but mediating. Looking at the issue that has been recorded, we then put it across to the relevant institution. If it's like electoral commission, we are having a concern about 1, 2, 3, 4. How are you going to solve this problem? So our role is that of mediation, dialogue, and also listening to what is coming out from the field, without having.
That says from Angie Brooks, the Liberia International Secretariat, who will be telling us a little.
Hey guys, you're watching STV. Select for fun.
Dear Ugandans, let me take you through what you need to ensure that your ballot paper is properly marked. For your candidate. Do not use any other mark other than the tick or the thumbprint to vote for your candidate. If you do so, your vote will be invalid. This message is from the Electoral Commission.
Hey guys, you're watching STV. Select for fun.
As we are discussing the fact that Uganda is deciding that they have the right to make a decision of who they want their next leader to be, the democratic